If you fish someplace where there's a lot of boat traffic, you know how important it is to make sure you're seen, because a lot of boaters don't pay attention. But the problem with these flags is if your back cast gets caught in it, or if you've got to work a fish around the back of your boat. Let me show you my solution to both those problems. In an earlier video, I talked about painting your paddle a nice bright orange and sticking it in one of your rod tubes in the back. That way people can see you. But if you don't want to paint your paddle, or you don't have rod tubes in the back, what do? Well, you're probably faced with the decision of having to spend a fortune on one of these flags. But I have the do-it-yourself solution, and it's working right behind me. Now the other issue is, a lot of times on a back cast, you might catch it on the flag, or if a fish runs around in back of your kayak, you got to work it around the flag. So here's my solution. Just get the thing out of the way. Let me show you how I made it. Here's what we need to make this. It's really pretty cheap. First, make yourself a PVC gearhead adapter, and I'll link up how to do that. Then you need a couple right angles, the $5 boating safety flag that I got from Walmart, Ozark Safety, and then a couple pieces of PVC to go ahead and elevate the flag. The first thing we need to do is mount the flag to the top section of PVC. So let's go ahead and do that. We get rid of the suction thing. I doubt that that would work. And now what we're going to do is we're going to join the flag to the PVC. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to drill a hole through the PVC, through the flag, and then we're going to fill that with a little bit of marine epoxy to go ahead and lock this down. So you can see how this is going to go together. We're going to run the wire through the holes and then through the flag, and then we'll lock it in on the top. But I want some place to tuck the excess wire. I don't want to have the wire hanging around on the outside of the PVC. So I'm going to drill one more hole right here. And I made that hole just a little bit bigger than these so I can get both ends of the wire in there. Now let's just go ahead and put it together. So a little bit of gymnastics to get this in there, but you can see the flag is in there really well. And now I will bend this up into this last hole I made, and I'll pull it with a pair of needle nose pliers. I've got the wire in, and the next step is I'm going to grab the two ends and I'm going to twist them together to go ahead and lock the wire down. Then I will fill the top of the pipe down to about right here with this water weld epoxy, because that'll stabilize the flag in the center of the PVC. Now it's time for the final assembly. You can see that the epoxy is set up very nice, and this flag is in there locked down solid. Let's review the final assembly. Here's the gearhead adapter I made, and that's what this is going to fit into. I do not want to glue this into here because I may want to take it out when I don't really need it, when I'm boating someplace where there's no danger of power boats running me over. So I will not lock it down there. However, I do want to lock it right here and right here. I do not want to lock it where I'm going to insert the flag, because this is what's going to rotate. I've completed the gluing, and now there's one final step. When you assemble this, you may decide that it rotates too easily and it might just flop down. You have two choices here. You can drill a small hole and put a cotter pin through here and remove this when you need to rotate it down. Or what I do is I've got a small piece of masking tape, and I'll stick that right there, and once I assemble these two pieces, it is now very hard to move, and that will give me the stability I need when this is on my kayak. Wasn't that easy? And if you're not someplace where you don't have a lot of boat traffic, you don't need to keep it permanently mounted. Just pop it out of the PVC gearhead adapter and put it someplace until you need it. But if I need this to get back to the boat launch, just a matter of popping it up and now I'm visible. Now quite frankly, I prefer my paddle solution because the noise of the flag flapping just bugs me because I'm OCD. What do you guys think? I think it's a pretty good idea. And it's a lot easier to get it out of the way. Throw your comments down below. Thanks.